What's up, Chat?
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the champion of the United States, Chelsea Green.
Here she comes. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Stand up.
Okay. Thank you all so much for coming here. Nicholas, you too. Thank you for coming here. As you know, I have put in an incredible amount of hard work, but I couldn't have done this alone, even though obviously I did do it alone, but that's besides the point. Taylor Swift, a fellow icon, she really rewarded her tour crew after the Eras tour by giving them big, amazing bonuses. So I thought, considering, of course, I am an icon, a legend, the moment, all that, and the most generous WWE superstar on the roster, I would give you all the bonuses that you so greatly deserve.
What is it? What is it? What do you have? What's in there? What's in there? Yeah!
Let's go!
Get the bonus, yeah!
Everyone gets a free t-shirt! Yay! You get a t-shirt, and you get a t-shirt, and you get a t-shirt, and you get a t-shirt, and
All this hard work for a fucking t-shirt!
Whoa, where's everyone going? Hello?
Let's give us some money to about my own fucking
Actual work to do, Chelsea.
Nope.
Yes! Byron, don't you dare leave!
Ow!
how you gonna do Byron like that?
Oh, thank goodness my Wingstop is here. And the new Wingstop Bulker Bundle, 16 wings, classic wings.
Classic?
Exact. 12 different flavors. House-made ranch, come on guys. It's Royal Rumble season, it's bulking season. The Bulker Bundle is a great source of protein. Look at me, I'm an absolute meat castle getting ready for the Royal Rumble. Wingstop is gonna make me as heavy as possible. Ain't nobody picking me up and throwing me out of there. So let's get to eating, baby. Oh, look at that.
We're all on your up next.
Give me 1 second, I'm gonna finish these wings. You know, I gotta be as jacked as I possibly can when I get out there.
You getting jacked for Jacob Fatu to kick your fucking ass.
Come on, man. All right, it's time to go to work. Make sure you get your Wingstop Bulker Bundle and never skip wing day. It's go to work, baby.
You went to work and got that shit bit out of you by Jacob Fatu. I don't know if y'all seen it.
My husband has the nerve to call me dramatic when it comes to our home decor, so I'm here to prove him right. Somehow his wall of action figures of himself feels a little bit boring to me, so let's spice things up. Yeah, I guess having over 200 mini versions of yourself is a flex, but not when they camouflage with the lighting in there. So I ordered this gigantic neon sign from GSJJ Custom Neon Signs, and look! Now you can actually see the figures, and the wall has become a true focal point. I feel like the neon also really fits in with the aesthetic of this space. This is my home arcade, and I'm going for nostalgic, bright, vaporwave, blacklight, retro 90s rollers. I was concerned that the neon would take away the blacklight effect in here, but it doesn't. She's still shining and glowing, baby. Let me know if you want an arcade tour.
Yeah, that's the Ruby Sky. Oh, that's Big E and Chris Yim, Mia Yim's sister. Getting a little hokey pokey boogie woogie on. Chris Statlander from AEW. She's what is it? Lifting 300 pounds. What y'all call it, a deadlift? She did that shit. She did it 8 reps. Ariana Grace, you know, she's the daughter of Santino Marella, the WWE legend Santino Marella. She recently got engaged to Stax, another NXT wrestler known as Stax. But today, she officially got her U.S. American citizenship going. So she ain't getting deported. She's an official United States citizen now, you know. So Trump can't deport her ass now, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't have to get married in.
Kitty, and we left to go get it some milk and food. And on the way back, sister fell down a drain. And she cut herself. So now we gotta clean it up. We did get the kitty some milk and food though. Yeah.
And cleansing.
I think that means it still can be used for
a hand cleansing wipe.
Liv Morgan, she like the baddest right now.
It says helps remove dirt though. The ingredients are water, alcohol.
Well, you know, I know there's no dirt because this was through the pants. You know, my pants were technically.
It's oozing.
It's oozing?
A little bit.
No, stop.
No,
Don't. No.
But it wasn't doing that just a minute ago.
Everybody don't fuck with stray cats.
This is my nervous laugh.
I was like, what?
His ass might get scratched.
I thought it was gonna burn. It's a little numb.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit deep, I'm not gonna lie.
Stop. Don't be reaching in this.
It's
Oh,
okay,
Liv
just
Morgan
like
and
white meat,
Raquel,
you know?
they're really locked in.
Thank God we're not gonna need stitches. Just a nice scar. Add it to the collection.
She's in there. She's
Add her to the knee and
got her good.
shin scar collection.
And your girl Chelsea Green, the Striker Queen, got dumped on like a fucking trampoline. But your girl, Rhea Ripley, she did retain the women's world title at the tonight on Saturday Night Main Event. They put on a good match to kick off the show. It was a great show. You know, I had to lock in on like every match. You know, that motherfucker was hard. Yeah, they started off the show with Nia Jax and fucking Rhea Ripley, and it was a hell of a match. But Rhea Ripley, she won the title. You know what I'm saying? She retained the title. I knew they weren't going to switch the titles over so close to Royal Rumble, especially due to the fact that Rhea Ripley won the title at the last Saturday Night Main Event like 2 weekends ago from Liv Morgan. So yeah, Rhea Ripley, she retained that title. Sheamus and Braun Breaker, they fucking showed out. You know what I'm saying? Like Braun Breaker, a fast, bad, strong motherfucker there. You know, and if Sheamus would have won that match, that would have been him closing in on being a Grand Slam champion. Because he's the only but he hasn't won yet is the Intercontinental Championship. So, but Sheamus fell short, but I got a feeling he'll win it one day before it's all said and done. And it's like a known fact. Well, it's not a fact, but I'm like 99% sure Sheamus will one day be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, he's been in WWE for like 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And he's been, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the big dogs in the company the whole time, you know. He putting up good matches, you know what I'm saying? He's like an icon, you know what I'm saying? You see Sheamus, you're gonna know who he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, he stands out. He's definitely a standout. He's a motherfucking great. So yeah, there's no question in my mind that one day Sheamus will be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Another great match from the tonight's Saturday Night Main Event was, of course, it was Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman. You know, they did some crazy shit. I didn't really like the ending, how the ref ended up calling the match or whatever. But really, Jacob Fatu, he threw the referee on the ground and threw him out of the ring. And then he did that shit, that Umaga shit, where he runs and slams his butt against the opponent's head and ram him into the turnbuckle. That spot right there, it's cool when it actually looks real. You know what I'm saying? When they do it and the butt looks like it's actually hitting the person's head, the opponent's head. But his ass didn't hit Braun Strowman's head not one time. And he repeated that move like 8 times, running from the turnbuckle to the other turnbuckle, and you know what I'm saying, doing the damn ass in his fucking Braun Strowman's face. And he you know, he knocked Braun Strowman out, you know what I'm saying, and Braun Strowman drew blood out of his nose. He caught a lot of blood, you know what I'm saying, like his whole chest and face was red. So, you know what I'm saying, it ended up being pretty entertaining, the fact that Braun Strowman started bleeding heavily. But I think it was a bullshit turnout that Jacob Fatu just repeated that move, and it looked so bad because Braun Strowman's head his ass didn't touch Braun Strowman's head at all. You can see it. They should have cut a different angle to where it looked like Jacob Fatu's ass was really hitting Braun Strowman's head, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. But the fans actually cheered on Jacob Fatu. You know, Jacob Fatu is a heel because he's with the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? The new bloodline. So he's a heel, but the fans, they were rooting for Jacob Fatu. I thought the fans would have been upset with the way that angle was, where them shots were when he was fucking swinging his ass, and you couldn't tell it didn't look like he was hitting Braun Strowman's head. But I guess the fans at the arena didn't see that, so they were still pumping up Jacob Fatu and they were cheering for Jacob Fatu. He got like one of the biggest pops of the whole night. So, and you know, Jacob Fatu, my favorite wrestler, so there was a big look, you know what I'm saying? I was excited about that. But they started popping for Jacob Fatu when he got when he did that down flip, that back flip when he jumped from the second turnbuckle to the top rope and do a backflip. He did that shit like three or four times. And that's what got the crowd hyped. The crowd was all over that. They was cheering for Jacob Fatu like a motherfucker. They was all for that. When he do that moonsault, it's like the same move as Tiffany Stratton does. You know what I'm saying? The move that Christopher Daniels made popular years ago in TNA or Impact Wrestling or in the Indies and Ring of Honor and all that shit. And all the independent wrestling organizations that Christopher Daniels been with. That's what it's something. I'm not gonna say Christopher Daniels invented that move, but he's the one that made it popular in the Indies, as far as I know, from what I've seen. But you know, now Tiffany Stratton and Jacob Fatu are taking it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? With that, you know, Tiffany Stratton, that's her official finisher. She called it the prettiest moonsault ever. And Braun Strowman, you know, he took like a few of them. Like, I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but it's like hell of referees had to come and stop Jacob Fatu and shit. And he walked out the ring. He came back and did it again, but he had the crowd hype as fuck off of that move. Jacob Fatu, he's one of them ones, and that shit he be talking. He talked that street shit with the wrestler too. That man said, on a promo he did on SmackDown last night, he said, "I'm one cut, straight off the scale. I'm raw, one cut." Like, you know what I'm saying? If you know anything about the streets, about the dope guy, you know about what Jacob Fatu was talking about. It's just different for somebody to talk like that on wrestling TV, talking about like, it just sound like me and my niggas talking about some shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that shit got me hyped. Like, it was something I could relate to, even though I'm done with that lifestyle. But it shit, just to hear Jacob Fatu use that kind of lingo in wrestling, let me know he knows something. And they talked about it today. Like, he was locked up 3 times before he turned 18. And I can relate, you know what I'm saying? Because I caught 2 charges before I turned 18. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Jacob Fatu got the gold grill, and you know I done had plenty of gold grills. If you see some of my old videos on my other channels, you'll see I had the grills and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jacob Fatu, he got the dreads. You know what I'm saying? So he remind me of my uncle. You know what I'm saying? So I really fuck with Jacob Fatu, even though he's Samoan. I ain't got no Samoan in my blood that I know of, but he like one of my uncles to me, and he remind me of one. You know what I'm saying? He just talking street shit, and I can tell he got some street in him, you know what I'm saying? But I can tell he can turn it down too and be professional when the time is given. So I hope he got a long career in this business, you know what I'm saying? And Royal Rumble is next weekend on the 1st, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all ready for that. I think it'll be on Netflix, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that shit. Charlotte Flair supposed to be there. Alexa Bliss, she's supposed to come back. She's supposed to bend back, but WWE, they're having trouble with her contract. They're having trouble making an agreement on her current contract status, but she's still with WWE. She's supposed to come back, but she hasn't came back yet because something going on, some kind of contract negotiation shit is going on with Alexa Bliss and WWE. So I hope we'll see her there on next weekend at the Royal Rumble. You got a whole bunch of motherfuckers coming back at the Royal Rumble. A whole bunch of surprises. You know, we always hope Brock Lesnar come back. I don't really see that happening this year, but I hope you do. I'd love to see that. You know, John Cena gonna be there. He probably fuck around and win the Royal Rumble. I hope not. CM Punk will be there. He's very likely to win the Royal Rumble. I hope not. I'm sure Jade Cargill will be back at the females Royal Rumble. I hope she wins. I think Raquel, Liv Morgan's partner with the Judgment Day, I think Raquel's not going to be in the female Royal Rumble, in the women's Royal Rumble, even though she should be, because you know she's. And Nia Jax, she's trying to lose weight. I think she lost a few pounds, might have put a few back on, but she still looks amazing, even though she's a bigger woman. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of good shit going on. I seen a little piece of Collision that came on at the same time as Saturday night main event, and Toni Storm, she switched back over to timeless Toni Storm, because you know she switched back over to her original gimmick that she was in WWE and shit when she returned back to AEW last month, and she let Mariah May. You know, Mariah May was using her old gimmick at first, but now Toni Storm, she's going back to timeless Toni Storm. She's cutting a hell of a promo, the part of Collision that I saw today, and Toni Storm, she's gonna be something. She's something to be reckoned with in the wrestling business. Period. Like, she's great. She can cut promos. She's a good talker. She's a fucking good actor, a good actress, whatever. That's why she's gonna be in that movie Queen of the Rain that's coming out in March, on March 7th. I talked to y'all about that in like my last video. But yeah, Toni Storm, she doing her shit. Like, she's a beautiful woman, and she got the look, she got the act, she got everything going. So she finna turn that shit up. So yeah, I hope she make it back to WWE, but she's like one of those ones that don't really want to be with WWE. Like her and Mercedes Moné, they both left WWE. You know what I'm saying? Trinity Fatu left WWE once upon a time on her own, but she came back. You know, they always able to get people back, especially with Triple H being in the lead position right now. You know what I'm saying? Without Vince McMahon being there. So, you know, you might be able to slide some people back into the WWE with Vince McMahon being gone, but some people probably never come back. They just don't, they want to have, they feel like they have more freedom and more free time and more creativity, more creative control at the bigger organizations. I mean, at the smaller organizations than WWE, and their schedule isn't as hectic. And if they choose to work independence, AEW, they're more likely to let somebody work independence. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are choosing like TNA and AEW over the bigger check at WWE. And some people are actually getting paid more to go to AEW too, though. I noticed that too. Some people, AEW, they got them big bucks too. They don't have the production value of WWE, and they don't have the clout of WWE, because, you know, WWE been around for a long fucking time before I was around. You know what I'm saying? Before I was born. But, you know, AEW, they got big bucks behind them too, because Tony Khan, he owns like the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he comes from a rich family, I believe. I think his dad was a billionaire too. And I believe Tony Khan, he's a billionaire too. He owns a lot of shit. So, you know what I'm saying? AEW ain't nothing to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Impact Wrestling, where Dixie Carter was getting money from her billionaire father to run the business. You know what I'm saying? After they bought it from Jeff Jarrett. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's only so much Dixie Carter's father was going to do. You know what I'm saying? But TNA's still around. You know what I'm saying? They've been through a lot of ups and downs, but they're still around. And I switched you know what I'm saying? I'm now going to be able to watch TNA on a regular basis on Sling now, you know, because they got the Sling package where you can watch TNA on there, so I should be able to start checking that out. I thought I had to download an app to watch TNA, another app, but now I can watch it on Sling now. So, but yeah, TNA's, they still doing their thing. They're still around, but they're not. It's like three big dogs. You got WWE, AEW, and TNA. It's the three big dogs in America. Then you got the big dogs in Japan. And you know, the biggest dog in Japan is New Japan Pro Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the big dogs in Mexico, the AAA and CMLL and all this shit. But yeah, all is well. Like, I guess that's what they say. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, I'm finna get up here so I can watch some more wrestling for the catch this AEW Collision, and I get back at y'all on the next one. Peace.